welcome to the Book Bunch. My name is Sam. It is so great to have you guys here for another video. As always, I just love these videos, as you know, because I am very addicted to buying books. And today's haul is mostly from Koorong, which is pretty much the only in-store Christian bookshop that we seem to have here in Australia. And for Black Friday, they had their 25% off sale, which was really awesome. I got to pick up some Christmas presents for some people as well, which was really helpful. And yeah, it's the last sale that they have before Christmas, so I thought I would stock up on some books that I'd been waiting on for a while. And then there is just a couple that I had already ordered that happened to arrive in the mail from Amazon as well. So let's get into the video, and I hope you enjoy it. First book I picked up was in their clearance section, which I didn't know that my in-store Koorong had a clearance section, and I told the lady that I had only just worked out that they had one, and she was like, oh yeah, it's because it moves around the store every couple of months, and that's probably why I've never noticed. But they have a little like clearance bin where books that are slightly damaged or like there's only one left, for example, they drop the price down, and I raided that and got a couple of goodies. So I got Waymaker, which is one of their newest releases in store. This one happened to be on a really good special just because it is slightly damaged on the back. It's just like the back cover's been folded a bit, but it's not even that noticeable. It's just down here. And so I picked this up for less than half price, which is super awesome. And I'm really looking forward to it because some of my friends have read it and they say it's really good. It is a non-fiction, so if you've heard anything about it, let me know. I also picked up this non-fiction by David Platt. I have previously bought some David Platt books and I really did enjoy them. So when I saw that he was the author, I default picked it up and grabbed it because it was also in the clearance bin, and this is Something Needs to Change. It is another non-fiction book, and the little blurb says, a call to make your life count in a world of urgent need, which is really awesome. I love his books. They're always about being selfless disciples of God and really pushing you to your uncomfortable limits. And I really do like it. It really does change your perspective on life and your belongings and how much you're willing to give up for God. So looking forward to this one. I also picked up a Christmas book because it was a really good price, and honestly, I haven't been able to find pretty much any Christian fiction Christmas books anywhere. Even on Amazon, a lot of them are sold out, and I can't get a hold of them. Like, I really want to get the Letters to Father Christmas by J.R.R. Tolkien that everyone's talking about, but I just can't get a copy here for whatever reason. It's just sold out everywhere, and I can't even get it on Amazon. So yes, I was trying to look for alternate books to pick up for Christmas, and this is the Amish Christmas Bakery, which is 4 short stories, and I thought I would give it a try because I think it sounds really good. I am very fascinated by Amish life, and it's a bakery, which I think could be really cool, so I'll see how it goes. Another non-fiction I happened to grab is The Confessions of St. Augustine. I read some quotes from this book from a different non-fiction book that I read a little while ago, and they were just so good that I thought I would add it to the list. And the author I was reading, like the original book from, that had these passages quoted, was like explaining why they really liked the book and why it made a difference to their faith. And I thought I would grab it because it sounded really good. I believe it might have even been in the 10 Dead Guys You Should Know book as well. But yeah, I thought I'd pick it up because they had a pretty good copy of it and it was reasonably priced, so I picked it up. More non-fiction for you guys. I seem to have grabbed a lot of non-fiction this time, which is good because my non-fiction pile was getting pretty low. But I picked up the Christian Homemaker's Handbook because it's yellow and also because I am a stay-at-home mum and a wife, and a Christian one at that. And I am constantly looking for ways that I can be more servant hearted, because it is not something that comes naturally to me at all. And it is something that I really need to work on, and I would like to work on, because even though I'm not naturally servant hearted, I'm naturally drawn to hospitality. For example, like I love baking and I love sharing my baking with people, and I love having company over and having them for dinner and hosting things. But it does clash with my strong desire not to be servant hearted, which is very shameful. And it is something that I am really working on. So I thought I would pick this up to see if this can give me any help in that, because it just sounds like it would be really awesome. And I am a very like homebody kind of person. Like I love sewing and knitting and painting and all of that kind of thing. So yes, we'll see how this one goes. If you have any other books like this that you recommend to me, please let me know in the comments below, because yeah, it's really something I am working on in my journey with God at the moment, especially things like being slow to anger. That is really hard for me as well. So yeah, any recommendations for tips or tricks or books that I could read that might help with that, that would be great as well. I also grabbed Surprised by Joy by C.S. Lewis. It's one of the only C.S. Lewis books that I haven't picked up at this point. It is actually his autobiography, or like parts of his life that he wrote about. I know he also asked one of his friends to write a biography about him much later in his life, but this is kind of his own take of how he came to Christianity in the early days, and I'm really looking forward to it because I've read a lot of his other books and they briefly talk about it, but yeah, they don't really go in depth. So I'm looking forward to that journey with him and just finding out how he kind of became a Saul to Paul kind of character in more recent times. So yeah, that is Surprised by Joy. Now, this is Amanda's fault. So go check out Book Lover Amanda's channel, because this is 100% on her for why I'm holding this book. She has recommended to me that I pick up Stay With Me by Becky Wade, as Amanda likes to say. She's very enthusiastic about Becky Wade and I love it in every way. So I thought I would pick it up. It is a romance book. As you guys know, a couple months ago, I read my first romance book and I did ask for suggestions, and this was given to me as a suggestion. So I'm going to give it a go. I don't know if I'll like it as much as my previous romance experience, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll give it a chance, because this seems more like your cliche romance. So we'll see how we go. But you guys, you influence me sometimes. I also picked up Realms of Light, which is book 2 in the Colliding Lines series, which is the book after Mortal Sight. I am a little sad because it came damaged in the box, because I had to get a couple of these online and then a couple in store, because the store that I have nearby didn't have them all in stock. So this is one of the ones that came in the mail, and it's slightly damaged. Just the like laminate has come off a little bit, which is a little bit sad, but it's ultimately okay. The actual cover underneath is fine, which is good. But I'm really looking forward to reading this. I don't know if this is the end of the series or if she's going to write more, but this is the only other one that is out. And Mortal Sight was really good, so I'm really looking forward to see where it goes, because the ending of Mortal Sight was a bit cliffhangery. So I definitely recommend, if you're going to read Mortal Sight, have the second book on hand so you can jump straight into it. But yes, this has been such an interesting experience for me. It is similar vein to Frank Peretti in the fact that it's all about like the spiritual realm being visible in the physical realm, and how these people have these basically powers to see the spiritual realm, and they don't, like, some of them understand that it's the spiritual realm and some of them don't really understand what is going on. And yeah, it's very cool. If you like Frank Peretti and his kind of stuff, I feel like you would like this series as well. And of course I had to pick up The Extraordinary Deaths of Miss Kipp. Again, this is an Amanda recommendation. I'm pretty sure a few other booktubers have recommended this as well. I've kind of seen it go around the booktube community at the moment, but I am a little bit late on the train just because trying to track down a copy of this book in Australia is very difficult. But I finally managed to get a copy. It is contemporary, I believe, and I don't normally read books like this, but because everyone is absolutely loving it, I thought I would give it a chance because it does sound really interesting. So we'll see how it goes. But it just says on the front, all the wild ways to die could never compare to how she would really live. And that is really cool. So they are all our Koorong finds that I got for amazing deals. I'm very happy about that. It's probably going to be one of the last kind of hauls I do this year. I do have one other package coming where I also got books from Black Friday, but apart from that, I don't think I'm going to get anything till Christmas. So, well, I'm going to try and be good and not get anything else till Christmas. But yes, let's get into the other few books that we have got from Amazon. First things first, Miriam over at Miriam Elizabeth Reads. Definitely go check her out. She's awesome. She did a Christmas book recommendation or winter book recommendation, something like that. And she suggested Winter House, which sounds so interesting. It is kind of almost the Addams Family type of vibe, but it's still meant to be kind of wholesome, and there is a mystery going on, and it just sounds super fun. So I definitely picked it up. It's got puzzles and magic and all that kind of stuff, and she said it's completely clean, so that is cool as well. I believe it is a middle grade, at least based on the cover it looks like a middle grade. But look at this cover, guys. I just think it's amazing. I love it. I would have got it just for the cover alone, but it is part of a series. However, you can read it standalone, so just be aware of that. But I'm super looking forward to reading this in December. Another non-fiction that I picked up is Iron John, because I have wanted to get this book for a very, very long time. Oh, it would have been like 8 or 9 years ago that I read this book, because I would have been in year 11. And we did an English assignment on it because I had a really awesome English teacher, and he wanted us to learn all about coming of age and a lot about male psychology and how vital men having good male figures in their life are, and how society is doing a disjustice to men nowadays by not giving them that fundamental need. And this book, I'm John, is about, it's basically a breakdown of an old folktale called Iron Hans, which I think is a German folktale, about this boy who goes on this kind of adventure, and he encounters this strange man in the forest, and like how that kind of changes him. And it's a very awesome coming of age story. I really loved it. And yeah, this author, Robert Bly, he broke down this tale and really examined all of the different parts of it and explained why it's so important that we have coming of age situations, and why, yeah, boys need this kind of stuff in their life. And I don't know, it was life-changing reading about it. Even though I'm not the intended demographic and I wasn't at the time, it was really life-changing, and it honestly really made me love English and writing and everything about books. It just, yeah, touched me in a way that very few books have been able to, and I really recommend it. But this is Iron John by Robert Bly. I think the cover is awesome as well, and it's like matted down, so it feels quite nice as well. But if you are interested in anything like that at all, or you have boys in your life, young boys, teenage boys, anything like that, even young adult men in your life, I would highly recommend getting this and reading it, and maybe getting them a copy as well. But that is Iron John. Finally, guys, it has arrived. I have grabbed the A Time to Die book 1. I had already gotten book 2 in a previous haul, and I will get book 3 as well when that one goes on special. But this one had finally dropped to a special, but then it was out of stock, so I had to wait for it to get back into stock, and it has finally arrived, and I'm so thrilled about it because Celestia has read this and she absolutely loved it. She said this was one of Nadine Brenner's better fantasy that she has written, and I think the only one that is possibly better is Wistress, which is her newest one, but I'm super excited about this. Based on Celestria's review, it's basically about this brother and sister who have grown up in a world where everyone has this like watch or something that tells them how many seconds or how many minutes, whatever, until they're going to die. But one of them wasn't given this like watch or whatever, so they've been sharing one because they don't want to get banished to this like over the wall area where you're basically like it's horrible, or they've been told that it's a horrible thing, and things go wrong and she ends up being put over the wall or something. I don't quite remember. And yeah, that's like the story, and I'm really looking forward to it. It sounds super cool. It almost sounds a little science fiction-y as well as fantasy, but yeah, sounds really good. I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you, Celestia, for your recommendation. And finally, I grabbed the Keeper of the Lost Cities book set, which is the first 5 books. I think there's 8 in total at the moment, but the series is still being written as far as I know, so I'll wait for the next box set to come out when she's finished the other few that are going to be in the next box set. But I'm really looking forward to this. Everyone recommends this series. A few of you in the comments have suggested this series to me as well, and I've been waiting till it came on a really good special to pick it up, and it finally dropped by like $20, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to get this now, because I think it only ended up costing me like $32 for the set, which is crazy because like the cheapest I'd seen it prior to that was $55, and yeah, that means it's like way less than $10 a book, which is awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. They're quite thick books as well, so it will actually give me some good reading time. And yeah, really looking forward to this series. If you know anything about it, please let me know in the comments below, because I actually don't know much about the series apart from it's really good and I should read it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys have heard about it, if you guys really loved it or not, if you liked any of the books that I managed to pick up. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll probably be wearing the same clothes because I am about to go on vacation for a week with my husband's family. They go to the beach every year or so, and we are going along with them because they have graciously invited us and are paying for us to go. So looking forward to that. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of pre-filming, but yeah, that's why I'll be in the same outfit. But I will see you guys in the next video. I hope that you guys have an awesome week. Bye!